This episode of the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast is brought to you by the Podcast Reach System. Are you ready to exponentially reach more profitable customers? Launching and hosting your own show is your proven best solution for networking, client attraction, and establishing your celebrity expert brand. Visit www.podcastreachsystem.com and claim your rightful place as the leading star of your industry so you make a difference for your community, market, and audience. Welcome to the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast. Join us as we celebrate entrepreneurs, business creators, and brilliant minds who reveal what they are doing to make the world a better place by being part of it. Be sure to visit our website at www.brilliancepluspassion.com. While you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now sit back, lean in, tune in, get your notepad and 2 pens ready, and let's get started.
My name is Adam Homey. I'm your host, and I am honored by your wise decision to tune in and invest in yourself today. Right now, we are speaking with Benjamin Austin, who is famous for his 10 with Ben Facebook Lives that I love tuning into. Just a few fun facts about him. He's the first shoe specialist for Chanel in Las Vegas and spent 20 years in luxury retail. He's a Jiu-jitsu Black belt and has won 2-time championships in the expert division in the North American Grappling Association tournament. And he's the creator of a famous Facebook group here in Las Vegas called BSN for Pros. There's so much more you can discover about him. Visit our website at www.brilliancepluspassion.com and find this episode, and you'll find it all in the show notes. With that, Benjamin, welcome aboard.
Hey, Adam, how are you?
Couldn't be better if you paid me $1 million, but let's test the theory, just see what happens. I'm all about the science.
Yeah, I'll get you $1 million. We'll get it for you. I'm going to give it to you in dollar increments. Or I'll give you $5 every month for the next till we hit $1 million. How about that?
It would be even be better if you could give it to me in deuces, $2 bills, because I'm trying to raise the profile of the two. The two.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
We got to make those $2 bills popular.
Exactly. So let's dive in here. First of all, how does the work you do make the world a better place for your clients, customers, your world at large?
Yeah, thank you so much. 20 years in retail, that's who I am. I've done that. Started off at Nordstrom, customer service. We pride in that. And then I worked for another luxury company called Bally of Switzerland. And then when the whole goal is to get to the top of the level, which is Chanel, right? The dream. That's every salesperson. When you work in retail, especially in Las Vegas Strip, it's Chanel is the highest level. But what I do best is the ability to connect with people, make friendships, and make those long-term relationships. Because one of the things we have to learn, or I've learned, is caring for people and being passionate about what you're doing every single day. So I believe that's what I bring into the world today.
Exactly. So I gave a few little pieces in the interview teaser of what it is that you are known for, some of the things you're involved in. But let me just ask the question directly. What is it you do? Is in like, what do you provide? What's
Sure.
your
Absolutely.
product?
So I have a Facebook group called BSN for Pros.
Yes.
I got this idea from I got this idea from Ray Higdon. If you're in home business or somewhere, he comes in and does a live every single day and just grows and does it as a daily video. And I go, what a great idea of somebody just coming out there and showing their growth, helping people, encouraging people, and giving them marketing tips, sales tips. And I go, I can do that. And I jumped on the live, and I was completely not good at doing it. When we start, we suck, right? And I go, wow, I need to get really good at this, because during the whole shutdown, a lot of people were losing jobs. A lot of people a lot of things were happening, and a lot of people were looking for some type of business, well, that's when predators come out, right? The people take advantage of they'll come up with opportunities or whatever. And my goal was really just to find, I go, why don't I just create a network of people here in Las Vegas where we can help each other connect? Someone like yourself, Adam, can come in and go, you know what, these are my talents, these are my skills, and I can share that with other people. And you can inspire them just by going, you know what, podcasting. I never thought about that. People say I have a good voice. Let me talk to Adam. Maybe he give me some ideas. And that's the whole idea of BSN, is to come in and I share, my years of experience in sales and clienteling and working with people. And that's what I do. I just come out and imagine like your coworker when we come out and then just talk to you for a few minutes and chit chat.
Yep.
Little pep talks. That's what I do in BSN. I go out there and help people. And of course I have other, I'm building my personal brand, my coaching brand, and there's other affiliate products that I work in selling, because there's a lot of softwares and things that I've used to help BSN or to help my marketing and to help me grow. Because the trick is you can't really, there's a lot of schemes out there. There's a lot of people trying to sell you something, a coaching or some kind of products. And I've tested a lot of them. And I believe I'm someone that can go, hey, you know what? That product works really well, or that doesn't, or I'm using that product for myself. So and then if I'm using that product, I'm an affiliate for that product.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So in your experience, what are some of the most common questions you get, some of the FAQs?
Oh man, for example, how do you post in a Facebook group, right? How do I meet people in social media? How do I connect with people? And that's one thing that I do get continuously. And I always say, you just have to be like how you have to be a real person. And the way I answer it is, have you ever wished anyone a happy birthday? And they go, well, yeah, on the Facebook post, but have you gone into their messenger and just said, I've been authentic? Like, hey, I just want to wish you a happy birthday today. I want you to have a great day. And when you do that to somebody, especially one of your Facebook friends or social media friends, and I've done this in retail for many years. I've collected a client book of people's birthdays, and I call them, I say, or give them a text. It changes their day because you were thinking about somebody on their birthday. So that's just kind of the little tips. And posting on Facebook, a lot of people think that they want to hear some kind of pitch, or they think you're going to sell, or it's not about that. When you're in the community, especially you have a Facebook group yourself, we talk about spammers and a lot of people, and I know there's people out there that join home businesses and they join other opportunities, or it doesn't matter what they think. If I just repost this in 1,000 groups, I'm going to get somebody to ask me a question. Well, that's very dangerous too. One thing I do teach is how to avoid not to get in trouble on social media, because once you lose that account or you get flagged, you get in trouble, the spiral down, this it's not working. You get in this dark mindset. And my goal is just to, hey, you know what? There's other ways of doing it. It takes time. But once you build it, you can create real relationships and people that believe in you and trust you.
Yeah. One of the things we need to be cautious of is more and more we're seeing that if you're in a Facebook group with somebody and you think you're just in one group with them, you're probably in 6 groups with them.
Sure.
So when you just start doing that post, they're going to see that you posted it 7 times in 3 minutes. They're going to say, oh, one of those.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to point that out because that's so Captain Obvious, and I see it way too often. The other is, and I've dealt with this to a degree in my own group, and most group owners I know have experienced this, is all people will post stuff in the group that's promotional. And they do it under the aegis of better to ask for forgiveness later than permission first.
Sure.
But actually with groups, you'd be amazed if you want to promote something in somebody's group. Message them and ask them if it's okay. You'd be amazed how often they say yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Or they're even willing to open a door for you that'll help you get more than you originally were bargaining for.
Yeah, absolutely.
But just simple matter. I mean, how hard is it to say, hey Ben, I got this thing for BSN for Pros. I think it'd be really awesome. Check it out.
Absolutely.
Not hard.
One thing that we share this tidbit is value. We talk about value.
Yeah.
We're sharing value in the group. And I would say, what is value? It's information without selling, right? We want to help people out there. So if you're It doesn't matter what industry you in. It could be, again, you say, for example, podcasting. You can say, you know what, hey, I got these really good headphones for my podcast. This is a great brand. You're not trying to sell them. You're just sharing to people going. And then when people ask you a question like, hey, I'm thinking about getting into a podcast. What do you what do you think about this? And go, hey, why don't you come and talk to me? We have a conversation and you get to know a little bit about that person, right? And then you find out that this person maybe has so many other things about them that you can ask them and you can help each other out in the future. So it's really getting to know somebody on a one-on-one basis with all of the simple post about you posting some headphones.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Back when website conversion consulting was really a separate discipline about 10 years ago, I had a firm to specialize in that. Our number one source of leads was a short video that I made on how to customize the order forms on one shopping cart. I heard from coaches and social media strategists and everybody else, wow, that's so off brand for you. Why you're positioning yourself as a techie? Why would you do that?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Folks who were concerned about what their order form looked like were concerned about conversions.
Sure.
That was a real simple conversation to upgrade.
Yeah, and they want to talk to you, they want to connect with you, and then that leads to a whole different conversation. And now you've built this know, like, and trust factor with them, and it leads to different avenues. Now you're on your LinkedIn, your Facebook, they're on your Instagram. They can get on your email list. You can give them an offer. Say, hey, you know what? Can I get your email? I want to email you some information, or I'll forward it to you. And that's where I've learned. It's taken me a long time to learn this. Is it surrounding yourself with the right people with the right information, and when you have a question, you can go out there and ask people versus trying to Google it, right? Because there's a difference between Googling it, YouTubing it, and then there's someone that that's actually done it. It's very different because they can help you. They can say, oh, or they can call you. And I love, and that's where customer service has changed nowadays. Is where like now you try to call somebody, you can't get a hold of nobody. Yeah, you're gonna get. Or have you ever tried to do Christmas is the worst, man. When if you have kids, all those Christmas presents that you got to put together.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish there was somebody, but if you know a friend that's put something together, it'd be nice to call and say, hey, what did you use? And they're gonna tell you, you need these tools to help you, and I'll call me if you have any more questions. And that's what we do in BSN. Is the same thing. Is we're not helping people with toys. Well, can, but we're helping with people with marketing, sales, mindset, you name it. We're all together. There's so many different types of people in that group that are just helping each other out.
Absolutely. So real quickly here, because we got to speed this up a little bit.
Sure.
What are a few questions you wish people would ask you?
One of the things that it's funny, it's not the question, but it's one thing I do ask is the communication and manners. I really believe that when we talk to somebody, we just need to have courtesy. So it's almost like the courtesy questions, like, thank you, I appreciate your time, thank you for communicating, or do you have time? I've worked in retail for many, many years, and I've seen the communication, the dissolvement of just talking to people and being nice to each other. I think that happens to be because of the phones, the technology. And one of the ways I love it when the client texts me and calls me and asks me, how's your day going? How's your day? And I'm like, you know what? This is the day. Thank you for asking me. And I'll give all the information. I will give them my time because they just simply asked, how was I doing?
Okay. That's really something I hadn't thought of before. That's really powerful. So just the fact that simple human connections and sometimes is the easiest thing. Now, me being so far on the introvert scale that they had to make a new category for me, small talk is not my thing.
Yeah.
So one of the things I do is if there's somebody I haven't connected with in a while or somebody I feel like reaching out to, sometimes I'll think of what would be a really funny meme they would enjoy. Oh, and I've opened or reopened so many conversations that way.
I love memes. I love it. If you send me memes, trust me, if you send me a meme or something funny in my messenger and you make me laugh, I will read every time you send me a message. I will read it, and then you say to me, "Hey, FYI, did something." then I go, this guy got me. I'm going to talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it happens. And I go, that's what I do, but he's doing it to me. I'm like, and that's the best. But the thing is, though, humor and being funny and making people laugh and making people happy is not everyone can do it, but you can learn how to use if something makes you laugh, share it. There you go.
Yeah. All right. So in the last few minutes here, let's do kind of a lightning round. Let's get to know a little bit more about Ben, the human being.
Yeah.
First of all, what is something that people who know you would be surprised to learn about you? This is where you get to shock your friends you share this episode with.
Yeah. You know what? I know you did mention that I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but it did take me a long time to get that. It took me about 17 years. People think that martial art is something I was very quiet about jiu-jitsu. I just went and trained and worked out. And after when you get to a point, not many people know I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I just didn't share that I competed, and I know I put that out there. I'm just starting to promote that more, but that's something that not many people know about me.
Wow. What do you hope people say about you when you're not around to hear it?
Oh my goodness! I hope they say he's a nice guy, or he's funny, he cares. I hope people say that he cares, or he's somebody that's a good person. I think that's where I want to be. Is just I'm always working. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm working on myself every day.
Exactly. If you could go back in time and change one thing you've done, one thing you've experienced, one thing that happened, what would it be and why?
Yeah, I would change a lot of the relationships that ended badly. I didn't know how to communicate and deal with and work with people, and that's because of my family structure at the time.
Yep.
So if we were a friend and something didn't work out right, sometimes there's certain friendships and relationships that ended in a very bad note. And I wish I can go back and just go, you know what, or be more forgiving or close that relationship and move on, try to move on in a way where we both grew from that.
Yeah. What famous person, alive or dead, would you like to meet? And what question would you have for them if you had that opportunity?
My hero as a kid was, and still my hero, is Christopher Reeve, the guy that plays Superman. Superman is somebody that I like, that was my hero as a kid. I have pictures of me as a kid. You'll see me walking around with a Superman toy. And Christopher Reeve, the question, I wouldn't even ask him a question. I would just want to take a picture with him. Can I take a picture with you? And just smile. Again, he's somebody, even through the what happened to him, he broke his neck. He was in a wheelchair. He was still going out there doing great things and helping people and trying to be a positive role model in the world.
I remember myself. What motivates and inspires you to keep going when you're having a tough time or facing a challenge?
Yeah, the people, my friends, my network, BSN. Right now, even personally, I won't go into it, but I'm going through some personal challenges, and the BSN community is there for me. I did a live this morning, and it was just amazing. And I get messages going, hey, I'm going through the same thing. This happened to me, and you're going to get through it, and we can all help each other out just because we're out there being authentic. So I think the people around me are very important.
I learned that lesson years ago. I was going through a really, really tumultuous breakup of a romantic relationship. And I was concerned that she was going to go batshit crazy, basically. It didn't turn out that way, but I'm thinking, okay, my friends are going to start getting messages with all kinds of weird stuff. Even, because I just had that weird suspicion something like that was going to happen. So I'm thinking, okay, I got to confide in a couple of people. I just went through a really bad breakup, and I did the best I could. I might not have been perfect here either. And you know what I heard? You know what the phrase I heard over and over and over again was? Welcome to the club, pal.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's one of those things, and I think we, as humans, I think we need to get better at just talking to people. And I hate this. It'll get better. Time will go away. It's more than that. Sometimes you just need to be a friend to listen. And it's nice to have a friend and say, hey, you know what? Let's go play some basketball. Let's go work out. Let's go have a talk. Let's go have a coffee. Let's go out for lunch. Let's watch a movie. Let's go do something to disengage from that, whatever is going on. And that's friendships, man. Those are real friends, and that's what we need more in life.
Exactly. Now, I'm going to share your invitation with the audience in just a moment. But before we get to that, generally speaking, what is one action you would urge our listeners to take as soon as they finish streaming this episode?
Call someone you love and let them know that you care about them. I truly believe that. You need to go out there and just be, if you see someone especially on social media, going through a challenge, just send them a quick message and say, hey, you know what? You'll get through this. Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So Benjamin Austin, first of all, thank you so much for joining us today. And now I'm going to share the invitation. You can search for it on Facebook. You can go to the show notes on this episode, whether you're watching it on our website at www.brilliancepluspassion.com or any of the networks we syndicate to within their show notes. It is the invitation to join the BSN for Pros Facebook group.
Yep.
It's featured on Las Vegas, but as I understand, pretty much anybody can join as long as they're ready to be a friend and be a contributor.
Absolutely. Anyone's welcome to join. We'll talk about it. Someday we'll talk about it, but I will put a limit because I want the group. This isn't a group where we want thousands of people to
exactly.
Grow. This is, I mean, as working for Chanel, working for a luxury and exclusivity is something that that's friendships to me. My friends are exclusive to me. The people around me, I want those people to grow with me, and that's where we want to continue on with this journey.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'll say it out loud just one time, and bear in mind that if you're listening to this a year from now and the URL changed slightly, you'll still be able to find it just by doing a Facebook search.
Sure.
So it's www.facebook.com/groups/BSN with pros, PROS. And with that, Benjamin, thank you again. It's been an honor, and believe me, an education.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you for tuning into the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast, where we celebrate entrepreneurs, business creators, and brilliant minds who are making a difference for their community, market, and audience. Remember to visit our website at www.brilliancepluspassion.com and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're here, subscribe to us via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Brilliance Plus Passion podcast.